Congressman Steve Scalise. Here in Washington, we're in the middle of a major debate over spending and especially the impending hit of the debt ceiling that's coming up next week. You know, there's a lot of rhetoric out there, but there's really a divide on how to solve the real problem. And the problem is that Washington spends too much money. For every dollar that's spent here in Washington, 41 cents of that is borrowed money, borrowed from our children and grandchildren and from countries like China. Look, I have 2 young children, and I want to ensure that they have the same opportunity at the American dream that we enjoy today. But we're only going to give them that opportunity by tackling the problems today. We can't kick the can down the road, and frankly, empty speeches and rhetoric is not going to address the problem either. I support a plan called Cut, Cap, and Balance. It's a plan that we passed out of the House and sent to the Senate that says we're actually going to start making responsible cuts today. We're going to put caps on future growth so that the government can't spend money faster than families are spending it back home. And we're also going to send a balanced budget amendment to the states so that we can finally make the federal government control spending just like families do, just like most states do. All we've gotten from the president is more political speeches. The president is yet to submit his first plan to Congress on how to solve this problem. But instead we get these political speeches where he plays class warfare, trying to pit Americans against each other. Saying things like raising taxes on millionaires and billionaires is the answer, or that somehow corporate jet owners are the solution to the problem. I think most people recognize raising taxes that will only kill more jobs in a tough economy is not the answer. And frankly, the problem in Washington is not that people are taxed too little, it's that Washington is spending too much money. I think most people recognize too that if you raise taxes and starting with the millionaires, and even if the president got every single dime from millionaires and billionaires and corporate jet owners, that still wouldn't scratch the surface of the problem. But what it would do is give more money to Washington. And do you really think that Washington politicians, if given more money, are going to use that to pay down the debt or just to keep spending more money out of control like they are already? And I think that's the heart of the divide. And so what I appreciate is the comments that I'm getting from people throughout the 1st Congressional District, because my resolve is that, number one, we are not going to raise taxes because that will only kill more jobs, but we've got to control spending. That's the solution to this problem. And I want to hear from you. You can post your comments right here, or you can go to our website at scalise.house.gov and take our online poll. I want to know what your thoughts are about how we get out of this mess. But there are serious solutions, and there ought to be serious answers to the problems. Not just from those of us in the House of Representatives who have actually passed legislation over to the Senate, but it's time for the President to get in this game too and acknowledge that we're going to control spending and stop spending money that we don't have.